Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Willie B. You already know what it is. Look, I wasn't even supposed to be making a video today. Today is definitely my chill day. But due to the most recent events on my social media, I have decided to make this video. I'm probably only going to post this to my social media because I do want certain people to see this. The person, especially, I want to see this is a young man named Eric, someone I grew up with. I had, lots of respect for anybody, that's never done me any harm. I have respect for you, right? But I will say this, and this is a very, very, very big problem amongst people on social media. Because we're typing over phones or computers, mostly phones. I think a lot of things get lost into translation, and I think when I respond to people, or I reply to people, or I comment on people think it's coming from a place of malice. It's not. If you know me, right, like this young man knows me, I'm not coming from a place of malice. You know that my favorite thing to do in life is to debate. I love debating. I don't watch sports. Maybe some boxing, but I don't follow teams. I watch debates. Why do I like debates? Why do I like debating? It's because it's where you learn. The problem with liberals, the problem with left, Democrats, whatever you want to call them, is they stay in an echo chamber, and they only hear their own arguments all day. And when you present them with something different, it basically makes their brain explode. They don't want to hear it. Right. And I had a feeling that he was taking this as disrespectful because I would comment on his post. He would never reply, and I just thought that was weird because, anything that I post on my social media, I back it up. Anybody can go to any one of my posts, right, where people are having differences of opinions. I never stray away from conversation because I'm a man, for one. I stick by what I say. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I admit it. See, the problem is a lot of people, they don't like to be wrong. When they're set in their ways, unfortunately, they're set in their ways. There's no dragging them out of that. They have to drag themselves out. Point example, I didn't believe in the Bible. For a long time, I would argue against, but I didn't shut people down like I see a lot of people do. Oh no, I'm an atheist. I don't want to hear it. That's fine. But I never shut people down when it comes to debate. I would debate people all day long at work, at social media, right? I want to find out what you know. So tell me something I don't know. Until one day I debated someone who made me question everything that I thought was right. And guess what? Now I believe in majority of the Bible. I still, to this day, and I don't have a problem admitting this, I have a lot of issues with the New Testament, right? Because I understand history, and I understand the Council of Nicaea, 325 AD, right? I understand these things. But not to get lost on the subject, people who have problems debating, or voicing their own opinions, you shouldn't have an opinion. You should let the grown-ups talk and keep it moving and keep your opinion silent, because it makes no sense, right, for you to become agitated because someone challenges your beliefs, right? If you truly believe in whatever you're saying, you should be able to back it up with facts, with proof. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. This is how we build. This is why you will never grow. This is why you're still a child in your mind, right? I haven't talked to you and seen you in person in a while, but I would bet my bottom dollar that you still live at home with your mom. I would bet my bottom dollar. Right? And if you don't, guess what? I'm a man. I can admit that I was wrong. But to me, you have a childlike mentality. I came at you in a private message because I didn't want to feel like I was picking on you. I realized that you don't actually know everything that you think you know. So I decided to stop challenging you on your post, and I sent you a message like a man and told you straight up, I can show anybody the messages, If you ever want to ask any questions, here is my number. Please, let's build. Let's have dialogue. I do YouTube, so I do need differences of opinions. See, my thing is, I'm objective. I like to hear both sides of the story. And recently, I've been getting a lot of Republican rhetoric. A lot. And I don't ever want to feel like I'm being brainwashed into believing something. So what do? I go look for the most leaning left people that I know. Right? This young man, Eric, being one of them. He's constantly posting about Bernie Sanders and socialism and why Amazon is making so much money and things of that nature. So I challenge him in hopes that he has some information maybe that I don't have. You know what he tells me? I've talked to people like you. There's no convincing you. Wow. What an argument. Oh my God, what an argument. I'm not asking you to convince me. See, the problem is you think I want you to convince me. No, I want you to give me your facts, right? So I can convince myself. Nobody can convince me of anything. I can hear what you have to say, right? Then I can take that into account with what I already know. And I can formulate my own opinions. Unlike you live in an echo chamber. You hear the same thing. If you hear something long enough, if you hear a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. That's a fact. The man goes on to call me Kanye West, things of that nature. And listen, with all the name calling, things like that, listen, no man, I don't know any man, right, that has ever disrespected me to my face. I don't know it. I'm not the hardest man in the world. I'm not at all. I'm not the tough guy. It's just a fact that the only people who will ever name call or disrespect are people online. Why? Because they know I'm not going to see you. I don't even think this man lives anywhere near where I live now. I don't live in San Bernardino either, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't either. I believe he lives in Texas. And isn't that so convenient? Now you want to name call and be dismissive, right? But when I would run into you at Blair Park every other weekend back in the day, you would never do anything like this. Never. Not in a serious manner. We're friends, right? We can joke back and forth. It's fine. I didn't take that as a joke. I took that as you being a hater. You're a hater. Then he goes on to say, you're trying to get your millions, as if that's some type of disrespect. Like, it's like, what is that supposed to be? Who's not trying to get money out here? You need money. You work all day. You told me you work 50 hours a week. For what? For money. So why would you fault somebody for trying to get wealthy? Because you don't ever plan on being wealthy. Because you're coddled. You're a slave. People who don't plan on being wealthy, for sure, you'll agree to a wealth tax. Sure. Right? Because you don't plan on being in that tax bracket next year. You plan on being the same broke person you was the last 10 years. That's what you plan on. Since I've been looking at Republican values, I've realized I haven't even made a 10-year plan. Ever since I've been claiming to be a Republican, right? I've literally switched my lifestyle, probably like a full 360, as far as me not procrastinating doing something. As far as me trying to start businesses, getting people to invest. These are not things that I was doing when I was a Democrat. Democrats want free handouts. And let me tell you something. This doesn't just go to Eric. This goes to anybody who is against capitalism. You're against capitalism, right? Quit your job. See, you're a hypocrite. You're against, quit your job. You're against capitalism? Look at the clothes you're wearing from top to bottom. That's capitalism. Look at the car you drive. That's capitalism. I don't care how much Jeff Bezos makes. I don't care. He started that company by himself out of a garage. You understand? I don't know what he does with his money. Listen, if he's not trying to actively kill me or people that look like me, I don't really care. That's that man's prerogative. That's going to be between him and God. Right? Why he didn't help people when he had the chance. That's not every rich person, no. Every rich person doesn't think like that. I don't know every rich person. But I'm not going to go out on a limb and say every rich person isn't helping the poor people. Okay? Listen, one more thing before I go. I want to explain something to you about capitalism and how it works. Very simple. Let's say somebody's making $1 million a year, right? Just to make it easy math. They're making $1 million a year. They have, let's say, 10 employees, right? But they're profiting $1 million. So, they're obviously making more because they have to pay their employees, right? But profiting $1 million a year. Now, if you left it up to people like Bernie Sanders, 70% of that money will be taken by taxes to give people who don't want to work as hard money and food stamps and Medicare and things like that. Now, 70% of $1 million is $700,000. That leaves you with $300,000. That's still a lot of money, right? We'll admit, oh my goodness, you guys aren't going to hurt. You guys aren't going to starve. No, you're not. Right? But let me tell you something. What if that person wants to start another business? Which a lot of times they do. What if they want to start another business? Let's say that business cost $6 million. Let's say $5 million, right? Because I'm not good at math, so I'm gonna make it easy for myself. $5 million. They profit $1 million a year. If that person did all his savings that he could, he'll meet that goal to start his other business at $5 million in 5 years. Now, if you start taxing people at 70%, right? What's 300,000 in 5 years? 3, 6, 9, 12. That's $1.5 million. You're still $3.5 million of short of starting your business. That's going to take you like 10 or 15 years to start another business. You know what that's going to do? That's going to slow the economy, right? That's going to put a halt to job growth, right? Which was happening under Obama, right? Jobs were stalling. The economy was going down because of taxes. Companies were moving overseas. Now, nobody's going to be happy when all the companies and all the CEOs, all these rich people you people claim to hate, when they move their jobs overseas, right? Where they don't have to pay workers nothing, right? Where they don't have to pay taxes. What are you going to say to those people then who need a job? Oh, they're going to have welfare to back them up, right? They're going to have socialism to back them up. And I said this time and time and time again, but of course it gets lost in translation because you people are ignorant. Do I think one man needs $100 billion? How many more businesses can you start? One man does not need $100 billion. No. Is Jeff Bezos a greedy motherfucker? Yes. Yes, he is. But I don't live my life based on what another man has. I told this to this boy in this message. What do I look like telling my son Hey, son, look at that man over there. He got too much money. He has too, like, that's some punk shit. See, it's a saying that goes on in the hood. Don't count another man's pockets. Worry about what you doing and get to what you doing. Right? And note, I put up a post a while ago about getting some investors together for this business. I didn't see any of these liberals' names pop up. Why is that? Why are liberals afraid of investing? Why wouldn't you want to invest in a business that you could own? It's because you'd rather be a slave. You'd rather work 50 hours a week than start your own business. You'd rather throw rocks you'd rather throw rocks at the throne because you know you'll never sit there. Because that's your mind state. And that's very sad. But like I said, this video actually went longer than it was supposed to. But you know me, when I get into a rant, I get into a rant. But I just want to say I appreciate you for the content. It made me look at liberals. I'll tell you what, he definitely put liberals for me in a bad light. I'll continue to do what I do. It's not gonna hurt me. But I will say this, you liberals, you need to get out of your echo chamber. Yes, you do. You need to hear some objective things, and you need to have dialogue, because that's how you brainwash people. You guys are being brainwashed and you don't even know it. Of course, Bernie Sanders is going to dress up socialism as something to be such a great thing. Of course. But nowhere, and I mean nowhere in the world does it work. I asked this boy, where does socialism work? He tells me in those Nordic countries. Wow. Way to be specific. Those Nordic countries. What the heck is a Nordic country? I mean, I know what it is, but what are you talking about? Like, give me a specific country. Give me a specific leader that implements it. It's very simple, but they don't want to make things simple. They want to make things very broad because they themselves don't understand what they're saying. And today is my off day. So I made this video, right? Because I'm not about to go back and forth, with this man. I know I'm never going to see him in public. And I know if he does see me, he's probably going to run. Even though me, I don't hold grudges. You didn't say anything about my children, things like that. You did a name call, which is very childish. So somebody goes low, I go lower, which is cool. We can do that. That's fine, And I don't wish no harm on anybody, and I don't wish no harm. I wish you all of the success. For your sake, I hope your side wins, so you can really see how fucked up it is. But like I said before, I hope you know how to grow your own food. I hope you know how to shoot, right? Because that's what it's gonna turn to. Look at any socialist country. Look at any communist country. It all started off great. Hey, we're going to spread the wealth. We're going to, hey. Just like, it sounds like Bernie, the career politician, the man with 3 homes, the man with millions of dollars, the man who doesn't even pay his employees a living wage. But he's the way to go. But that's it. That's all. I don't even have an ending. I'll just keep on ranting. But y'all have a blessed day. I definitely will. I'm going to go and be productive. You go and be a slave. Thank you.